Recording progress, and we're going. Hey, this is Will the Train fan and anime fan here, and I'm joined with Tiffany Grant, the original voice of Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yes.
Yep, and yeah, I have this plush of her. So it's cool.
I've got some of my Asuka collection here behind me.
Yeah, that's nice. I have all these questions right on my phone right here.
Super.
Okay,
Excellent.
so the first question that I have is, when did you get your start in voice acting?
That was February 1984.
And what was the first role that you had during 1984?
Right. The first project I worked on was something called Guy Double Target, which I think is actually still available. Anyway, and I played the female lead in that. Her name is Reina.
Nice. So the next question was, what was your first role in the anime? So you just picked that. So next one is Asuka your most favorite role that you performed?
Definitely, Asuka is right up there. She's surely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the one that had the most impact on my life. And yeah, I mean, sure, she's definitely one of my favorites for sure.
That's cool. So what was your favorite line to say as her?
Oh, well, just her catchphrase. What are you, stupid? I mean, that's a great catchphrase. So
Of course it is. This is the next question's about NGE. Did you and the other voice actors from NGE record the voices in the same room, or did you do it like separately?
No, the way that dubbing is done, and this is universal, doesn't matter if it's anime or any project, dubbing is done where you have one actor in the studio at a time. So you're never with the other actors when you're dubbing. If it's a French actor who's dubbing a German movie, it doesn't matter. Anything that's being dubbed, it's always one actor in the studio at a time. So yeah, we're not with the other actors.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Oh yeah, you cosplayed as Asuka at multiple events. Like, what was the decision that made you like do that? Like, why did you want to do that?
Play Asuka in the different like TV shows and movies? Is that what you're asking?
Like anime like events, like, because I did see some like pictures of you cosplaying as her.
Oh, yeah. Oh wow, that's kind of a crazy story. There were some guys that I kind of knew in Houston, and they liked making. That's where I'm from, is Houston, Texas. And there were some guys, and they really liked making costumes. And they said, "Hey, if we made you this Asuka costume, would you wear it?" And I said, "Oh, sure, why not?" And I didn't think they were really going to do it, but they did. And this really nice family. The kids and the mom is like an amazing seamstress. They made me this fantastic Asuka plug suit, and I wore it a bunch of times. And then I got the school uniform, and yep, I did. I used to wear that the Asuka costumes back a lot, like in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah. So the next one is, if you had to voice another character in NGE instead of Asuka, who would it be and why?
Oh my goodness. I've had that question several times, and it's at this point, after 26 years or something that we've been doing it, it's kind of difficult to say, because in my mind they're so fixed. Like, I think Allison is Misato, and I really just adore Amanda as Ray. Although I will say, if I could have been the voice of Pen Pen, I would have loved to be the voice of Pen Pen, but Amanda got to do that. Amanda Winley, who plays Ray. And the reason that she did it is because Megami Shibara did it in the Japanese version. But yeah, I would have loved to have been able to play Pen
Pen. How do you think the original Japanese voice actress Yuko Miyamura and Stephanie McKeon, the Netflix one that's now, like, how do you think they did in voicing and portraying Asuka, if you have seen it yet?
Well, I'm actually friends with Miyamura, and I mean, she's the original. So, we're all kind of taking our cues off of her. And I mean, she's just really such an incredible actor, and I have so much respect and admiration for her talents. I really haven't seen the Netflix version. I don't have Netflix. In fact, I've never had Netflix. So all I've seen of it is just some of the clips online. So I really haven't watched the Netflix version. I have nothing really against the actors who were in the Netflix dub of the show, but that's it's its own thing. So I just really don't want to comment about that. I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, that AIDS PSA that I did with Spike Spencer. The people talking about.
Spike and we're both from Houston, and that was something that the city of Houston had commissioned this production company to produce an AIDS awareness public service announcement for the radio, and we did it, and it has nothing to do with the fact that we played Shinji and Asuka. I mean, Spike and I are just working actors, and that happens to be a job that we did. And then when it was finished, apparently the story goes that the city of Houston did not want to use it because they just thought it sounded a little bit too realistic, and so then it was never used. And I went to the studio afterwards and I got a cassette tape of it, because I've always been just really, really proactive about whenever I do a project, I like to get a copy of it. So I had this copy of the cassette tape, and I just had that tape for, like 20 years or more, until I finally digitized it and offered it to the world online. So.
And that was like I said, that was a pretty interesting thing. Did you try to make the voices as like Asuka, or you probably didn't though, right?
It was just me and Spike, and I mean, the fact that it sounds kind of like Asuka and Shinji is just because it's the same actors. So it's just us.
And I also like naming like Asuka. I call her Asuka, not Asuka, because I think it rolls off the tongue more.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
but you can still call her by her real name.
It's Asuka. It's just something with the Japanese pronunciation where you have that vowel and consonant vowel like that, like in that formation where that U is kind of just swallowed. It's kind of in there, but you don't really emphasize it. I guess kind of like Wednesday. People don't say Wednesday. That gets swallowed in there, but
right. Let's see. I don't know if I have any other questions, but you're sure you're probably gonna do the voice of Asuka like now or something? I don't know.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, that's something that I've never needed sort of a reminder for, because some jobs that I've done, they have to play me a reference file, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I did that job, years ago, and how did that voice go again? But with Asuka, no. I mean, Asuka's always just right here with me. I'm the most popular girl in school. You should appreciate your good fortune. So Asuka's just right there, ready for me all the time.
And of course, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, if you wanted to go ahead and wrap it up, that is okay with me. If you didn't have any more questions prepared.
I was gonna say, like, if you could, he's like, you already did the voice of Asuka, but relate maybe something about like me or something like, hi, Will, or something,
Oh yeah. Hey, Will, thanks so much for having me on your show. I'm glad you're not a loser like that idiot Shinji.
Well, yeah, I think we're pretty much done with this thing.
Okay. So much, Will. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you. And see ya. Bye.
See ya. Thanks. Bye-bye.